You're listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
GUFON Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
GUFON Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
Take a look at this first.
Welcome back to Thirdphaseofmoon. Blake Cousins, we got a special report for you today. UFO ENDGAME, the documentary that has made #1 on iTunes and #2 on Amazon Prime. Our documentary in regards to disclosure is making waves across all streaming platforms. And today, we've got one of the special guests in the documentary UFO ENDGAME to Disclosure, Billy Carson from Forbidden Knowledge. We're going to be going over some of the things that are going on in today's world in regards to ufology and what's coming up next this year. So let's bring in Billy Carson from Forbidden Knowledge. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you. Glad to be back on your show.
Hey, Billy, it's crazy. We just released this documentary, UFO Endgame, on all streaming services. It's just surged to number 1 and 2 on Amazon and iTunes. Congratulations, and we're all part of it. This is what the world needs. Appreciate you joining us. What do you think is the end game to disclosure?
Well, the end game to disclosure is exactly what you and I are both doing, trying to bring the disclosure to the world ourselves.
Yeah, all right. Welcome to GUFON, everybody in the right attire. Yeah, man, glad you can make it here this evening for our UFO Endgame review. That's right, Thirdphaseofmoon put out another in a series of 3, their third final installment, UFO Endgame to Disclosure. No echo. Billy Carson's in it. Greer, Schratt, Goodall, D'Souza. And others. Schratt, did I say? Yeah, what a great movie. I watched see now, when they were making the movie, I saw maybe half, 3/4. I don't know. I saw a lot. Because when I watched it last night and a little more this morning, I had to rewatch some things for my notes that I took. And let me grab them. And it was really good. It was a really good freaking movie, man. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, it really was. You won't believe the amount of stuff that they covered in. I didn't realize how current everything still is. I mean, because this was just made 6 months ago or so, give or take. But the documentary, it's out of this freaking world awesome. I mean, it really was. If you've never been in ufology and you came across this video, you'll be up to date. Everything. I mean, I have a term I'm coining, and Greer can't take it unless he wants to pay me. It's called Greerpocracy. And I like Greerpocracy because a lot of people talk shit about Greer, and what they don't know is that this guy actually knows some shit. And all they want to do is pick on him for making money and the CE5, when in fact, he's saying everything we say I don't even talk to the guy. I don't know, but it just so happens we are like-minded. And maybe there is a little bit of influence in Greer because I've been watching him my whole 20 years in this field. But I'm also a realist, when it comes to, making money in this field. Greer's the best at it. There's nobody better. Maybe David Wilcock, Corey Good. Those guys are pretty good first or second. I don't know. They're all close, those 3. But the reason people watch Greer is because you understand Greer. Even though you may not agree with him, you understand him. And he's passionate. And I know a lot of people out there who are going to eat their own words. And, Greer's a grifter, tax fraud. No, he has his, he has a doctor's license. I don't know what it is, but you can't have that if you're a criminal. The guy's incredible, really. I mean, when it comes to ufology, there's not a lot of people that are better than Greer, but I don't agree with everything. I agree with a lot of what he's saying. And in this movie, you're going to see a lot of different things from all of the people that, we agree with when it comes to the narrative that's being played out in front of us here in the big UFO world. So with that being said, tonight I will be going over UFO disclosure. I won't be able to play any clips or anything that I know of other than what was given to me. And, maybe an interview here, some things with Billy Carson and the others that are in the movie where I can play what they talked about. It's really good stuff. These are our friends. I consider them, not friends like I am with some of you, but, you really like people that think like you do. It's nature. It's just the way it is. But I don't see any bullshittery coming out of these people, even Greer, in this documentary. I really enjoyed it. I have to say, starting out, it hooks you right away. So if you haven't seen it, you got to check it out. All the links will be in the show description. You can go to Third Phase of Moon as well and check that out. So welcome to the show. And I am also going to talk about John Ramirez's hybrid theory. This came out, an article came out, well, I think it was a year, maybe 3 months ago, something like that. You know, the ex-CIA guy talking how Roswell DNA matched up with some human genome and shit. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw that, but there's an article out there. I think it's in, I don't know if it's Politico or what, but we'll go over that too among the vidiots. And you know, it's going to be a quick show, so hang tight, and we'll do a quick roll call and get going here. You can help support the show. We are supported by you, the viewer, and, you know, Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, and Cash App. And you could even join GUFON. All the links are in the show description and on the About section on GUFON here on YouTube. Now, just to cover last night, there were 1 or 2 Super Chats that I didn't see. Or either they came in when I sometimes they don't show, guys. Sometimes they do later on. But I want to thank Bernie Muro, because I know I saw Bernie, one of Bernie's. I did mention, I remember seeing a Bernie. Maybe it was another one. But thank you very much, Bernie. Always supporting the show. I appreciate that. And I tell people, if I don't mention your Super Chat, just email me at gufonradio@gmail.com. You know, I take pride in getting thank yous out to everybody and saying them live when they happen. If I miss it, it's unintentional. You know that. But I still like to give credit where credit is due. If you're not one of those that care, you know, whether I get it or not, I mean, maybe you've been treated poorly at other channels that don't say thank you for your support. I don't know. Just let me know. I don't like people to be cut short that way. You know how it is. So thank you for that, Bernie. As always, continuing supporter of the show. Love it. Thank you. Yeah, man, that's what I say. Let me know. And he did. And other people have too. And I thank you for doing that. A lot of people are like, he'll never reply. He'll never get back. He's just saying that. Nope. All right. Welcome to the show. I want to say unknown sender. How you doing? Welcome. Sky Allen, welcome. Tic Tac Toe, welcome to the show. Whirl Omar, I think that is, you are a new person. Welcome here to GUFON. Appreciate you. Johnny D, what's up, Chief? I saw Sal Rosenberg earlier. Welcome to the show. Hey, Lisa M. What a great picture. That's probably one of the best ones I've ever seen from you, yeah. Nice. Good job. Welcome to the show. Diane Boss. Howdy doody, fresh and fruity. How you been? Rebecca, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Good to see you. That is, you know, another beautiful picture. I love when you guys change your pictures. I like variety. It's the spice of life. Even if it's just a visual thing. Damn. Alien Outlaw, how you doing? Welcome to the show. By the way, Alien Outlaw, you look beautiful right there. Unbelievable upside down city-like vibe. I love it with the mask and it could be a moon. I don't know what it is, crest. I'm just kidding. You're beautiful. Welcome to the show. Zach Diecast Monsoon. Welcome to the show. You too, Chief. Love the spikes. Love the dew. Love the dew. Speaking of, there's this new drink. I don't know how new it is. Oh, shit. Check it out. Because it's yellowed. It's called Ghost. I said, you know, I'm going to try it. Yeah, there's sugar in it. So, 55 now. I can do whatever I want when I want. I'm responsible for what I eat. I'm not afraid of throwing up anymore. Bring it on. I'll throw up right now. I don't care. It's nothing like breathing for me. Although I haven't in the last 2 days, knock on wood. Let's try this out. It is called Sour Patch Kids Blue Raspberry. I'm not kidding. I know it's poison. I am all about the poison. I do this for you. This isn't for me. It's for you. Oh. It's like sugar to a diabetic. All right, let's get going. Welcome to the show. I got a lot to do. And, that is sour. It's a little sour. It did say Sour Patch Kids, right? Okay. Who's this guy? Darkest Guna with a £5, 5 quid super chat. Rich, I just want to support you. I don't need credit. Okay. David Oates. Hey, David Oates is here, man. Oh, that doesn't look good. You know what that looks like? The game board for Simon. Remember Simon? It had the red, green, blue, and yellow tablets, and each, you know, you do 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 do, and you had to keep doing it until you missed, right? I think my highest was like 26. I got like 26, I think. Yeah, that was back in 1980. Doc is Guna, who we kidding? I support you supporting me. Thank you very much for the beautiful support, as always. A continuing supporter of GUFON. And I do appreciate it. No, you gotta say thanks to the peeps. Thanks to the peeps. So, let's roll into UFO Endgame, which streaked all the way to #1 on iTunes. And I know, these guys are amazing. Oh, hold on. Surged to #1 on Amazon Prime and iTunes. Hold on. Just hold on, kids. Let's take a look here. Wait a second. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me show you. I'm really proud of them. You know, it's like, you know, watching your kids or your friends do really well at something that you would love to try doing yourself someday. Hold on. Always use this app to open PNG files. Just open it. All right. And share the screen in 5, 4, Kiriguka. Oh, no, see, there it is. 2, 1. Did it work? Yeah, that's it. I guess that's it looks big on my screen, but it's not big here. Oh, there we go. Well, it's not working. There's a little glitch in the matrix, but went to #1. Let's try this version. See if this works. There we go. UFO Endgame. There it is. #1. Yeah, that is amazing stuff. Right along mainstream stuff. You know, the Cousins brothers put out a movie. Boom, #1. It's not that easy, guys. It's not that easy. I see people out there. We've seen people trying to make documentaries and they go straight to Tubi. Congratulations. I mean, it's an achievement. One that I don't have. Although I've been in documentaries, but I'm just saying, I didn't make it. And what I know is the Cousins brothers do things as they come in. They're not scripted. There's some planning, like, hey, let's go over here today. Let's talk about that. That's it. They're just bullet points and locations. And they make these wonderful, beautiful movies that are real informative to the narrative of ufology. The ufology, I believe, is happening. And people just need to grow up. Okay? Just grow up and get over it. Who gives a shit? Let me ask you this. Would you rather have somebody... Okay, let me ask. Okay. You know how people steal identities and they go around. You ever see that movie Catch Me If You Can? The guy kept making up IDs. He was a pilot for a few years, flew for free, faked being a pilot, a surgeon, this or that, right? And he was going around just being whoever he wanted to be. You know, I was going to use that. I don't know what the frig. And, you know, forget it. This isn't working. This isn't working. I feel like a ghost. I can't even keep a thought. I don't know what I was going to say. I lost my train of thought. Believe it or not, I've got so many things going on in my mind right now. I just lost my train of thought, to be honest. I don't know what I was going to say. That's weird, huh? Right at the beginning of the show. Let's just get that out of the way. All right, the Bidenisms are gone now. Okay, so now we can officially go back to normal. I know what I was saying was that they just make these movies and they do really well, and with people that I understand and appreciate and respect. Doesn't mean I agree with everything they say, but I want to play some things. I can't play the movie, but I have so much to go over. I'm going to fly through it and maybe have you guys join me and, you know, talk if you want, you know, at the last half of the show. So Greerpocracy is something I thought of today. I wrote this down. Once these people in power, like congressmen and other people like that, understand that these objects are real. This is what Greer's saying. People in the know, like once they realize that the black projects, the black budget programs, this is all Greer, by the way. Let's not, everything I'm saying comes from Greer and those people in the movie, and I'll let you know what I think. But as far as this is Greer, this isn't the opinion of the Cousins brothers, Rich Giordano, GUFON, Third Phase of Moon. These are individuals who have their own viewpoints on what's happening. This isn't known as fact. I can't prove anything. It's just from the freaking documentary. And what I was saying is, let's grow up. That's where I was going. I knew I'd come back to it. Would you rather have somebody who knows the tricks of the trade, knows how people are lying, knows the people to talk to through trial and error? Just like I was trying to say, the guy who came up with all those identities, it did it again. It did it again. This is weird. Hold on. Every time I say identities, I can't think. This is so bizarre. Isn't that weird? I can't understand what just happened again. Second time. But I would rather have that guy. See, that guy wound up working for the FBI, teaching them how to look for people who are making fake IDs and fake, lives. And that's what you have to do now with Third Phase of Moon. Because they went legit 6-7 years ago, guys. And now when I mean legit, they've always been legit. They're not putting up bullshit for views. So forget it. I don't want to hear it. All right? They're not hoaxers. All right? And they're not doing it now. Just get over it. You're like 10 years ago. Why can't these people, the Cousins brothers, make anything good? Everything they're making is good. You just don't like them because you don't like them because they make money. They make it off fake stuff. Grow up. I'd rather have people making movies knowing how shit works behind the scenes and how people are lying than the guy who knows nothing about it and doesn't know how to hide it and doesn't give a shit about what they're posting. At least they care. They cared enough to change. Make these documentaries, grow the fuck up, get over yourself. It's bigger than them and you and me. I'm tired of hearing, I'm not going to watch it because they're hoaxers. Oh, you're going to watch it. Whether you watch it for free, I don't know, but you'll watch it and you're going to love it and you're not going to tell anybody you liked it. And that's a shame. This movie's actually great. Anyway, it really is. He's talking about right out the gate. Greer goes right out the gate and says, look, we got to use the rule of law to get the truth out. No bullshit. He doesn't want people to get hurt. But the end game is that the whistleblowers unite. And they all come out at the same time. That's the only way this is going to work. People are going to have to put themselves at risk. I'll say this again at the end of the show. It has to happen that way. Then that means the government would have to go up against who knows however many people. Let's say it's 100 people at once. They're going to have to go against 100 families, 100 people. What are they going to start doing? Taking out the family dog after a minute? Or, Greer says, they could hit the button and create the FFAI, the false flag alien invasion, or whatever, to further the lie. Right out the gate, we're talking how bad it is and what needs to be done. And the movie just takes he calls it the Dr. Strangelove syndrome. Because you got crazy people making decisions, right? The government is scared of the black budget projects having more power than the government. That's what this is all about when it comes down to it. The threat isn't the Tic Tac. The threat is me, you, the black budget people. People, programs, whatever. It isn't a UFO video. It's the technology. To keep that technology away from us is a crime in itself. But then I ask myself, if it was so good, why aren't we using it? Because it's probably freaking dangerous? People died, maybe, testing it, touching it. We don't know. That's where the line gets, boop. We just don't know. Greer doesn't even know. The father of disclosure, by the way. That's who Greer is. In case you're wondering. And then they talk about, well, the president got to know. No, not anymore. Now they're temporary. They get limited knowledge. They get need to know shit in case there's a threat out there. This is what we don't understand. The shit that goes on behind the scenes, I can't imagine it. Nobody can. I can't imagine our government constantly worrying about UFOs. I know they're not. We are. That's the sad thing. We keep it going. We're the ones. We're the ones that keep it going for them. But when you're going up against the government, mainstream media, and the entertainment industry all combined, how do you win? There's only one way. And we almost had it a couple of years ago. We had an idea, but we didn't go through with it all the way. Storm Area 51. Jesus, what a great idea. Can you imagine? 100,000 American citizens just running for their lives to the bunkers in the desert, where we don't know. And apparently something's there, but people rose up for a minute. Not a lot. But they shut down, right? 1 million people were following that on Facebook. Shut it down. Private company, Facebook. Nope. Can't storm Area 51. Don't even think about it. Don't even talk about it. They shut that shit down. Remember? Don't come out here. You will get killed if you cross the line. We can use deadly force. Do not come. A couple hundred people went, remember? Scary shit. Ufology's no joke. People think it's just, going outside with your camera in your hand, looking up for stuff, praying to Jesus in the sky that he's going to come down and be an alien. It's a lot more than that. I want to play a couple of things here tonight. So Billy Carson and Blake were talking, and they did a little interview. It's a 20-minute thing, but I'm not going to play it all. I'll play a few minutes, and then you could go to Third Phase of Moon, watch the rest of it. But I started off the show playing it because I had the wrong shirt on. So I'll continue that where I left off and enjoy a little bit of this conversation, shall we? Disclosure is nowhere near. But is the end game to the false flag alien invasion closer? God almighty, let's hope so. Right?
Opening up enough eyes and hearts to where it gets to the point where people in positions of power will begin to realize, like, hey, we need to truthfully release this information. It's kind of infiltrating the system from the inside out. Eventually, more and more conscious people that are interested in the truth, people are interested in dispensing the truth to the world, will eventually gain those specific positions of power where they can press a button and release information to the world. So we're looking at a situation where we're softening up the blow. And eventually, I really truthfully do believe that there will be people that infiltrate from the inside out that will, be really on our side, and then will help us, get the true disclosure to the world. Whereas on the quote unquote mainstream will say, yes, these are real. This is happening. It's been happening for a very long time. We have been trying to cover it up, but no more. We're moving forward. And I do believe that I'll be alive when that day happens.
Absolutely. I think it's right around the corner. Something's about to happen. We got congressmen speaking about it. Tim Burchett just hinted that there's going to be some more Congress hearings in regards to the phenomenon. So this is kind of good news. People are waking up, and some of the information is so sensitive, it's hard to get it out on these platforms. But right now, Amazon and iTunes seem to put it on the front line. So this is good news for disclosure and for people that are trying to find out the truth. Now, what's amazing as well is there's been so much talk about these UFOs getting shot out of the sky, the balloon debacle. What do you make of this? Is this some kind of preparation for engagement with the unknown?
I think it's a preparation for engagement, also a test of different types of technologies. There must have been some type of strange anomaly that happened over the northern seaboard, or maybe over the borderline between Alaska and the United States and Canada at some point, because all of a sudden you've got interest from China, from Russia, and of course from ourselves, sending these balloons over, these super massive mega balloons. But also then you have these other objects that show up later that get shot down that were not balloons, that were objects that didn't have a tail, didn't have wings, didn't have a cockpit or a fuselage, and didn't even have pilots. So could those be possibly things that we are testing out, different types of technologies, and then we blow those out of the sky as well? It could be the beginnings of the whole process of, kind of really creating this space false flag, where these things could potentially be a threat to our national security. And when we see these threats, we're going to take care of them almost as if we really have the capability of shooting these things out of the sky. I mean, come on, they can outmaneuver us whenever they want, the real ones. And so for us to be able to show the public that, we can just take one out with an F-22, I seriously doubt it. But I think they're prepping the consciousness of the people so they can continue to move money into the Space Force, because there's no more wars to fight here on this planet. We fought all the wars. We brought democracy to all the countries and stole all their resources and put the puppet dictators in. The next big move is space. And so we'll see that there'll be a lot of agitation and threat coming from space, so that the people will be in full collusion with them, transferring trillions of dollars into that industry, which is where they make a lot of money.
Absolutely. It's all about the money. Follow the money in regards to the government and the technology being suppressed. Let's take a quick look. We've got Dr. Steven Greer, we got Michael Schratt, James C. Goodall, and John D'Souza, including yourself, in UFO Endgame to Disclosure, available worldwide. Let's take a close look at this exclusive clip from UFO Endgame. Check it out.
Recently, the commander of NORAD actually stated that they have no evidence of UFOs or aliens. And he was kind of really being sarcastic. They have a lot of evidence of UFOs and aliens because information has been being released and declassified for decades, including the new ATIP documents. What he really is saying is, we have information about UAPs and UFOs, but we don't want to share it with you, and we're not going to actually openly claim that these are actual alien craft or spacecraft that are not created by us, because if we do that and we're the ones in control of protecting airspace over the world, then we look like we're inadequate and we can't do our jobs. So that's why they do this. They do this to give the citizens of the world a false sense of protection or security that they do have control and they can protect us, when in actuality, they cannot control these beings whatsoever.
So, you know, it is something that we need to get to the bottom of. And are we going to get the answers? You're saying just earlier that you think it's going to happen within our lifetime. What's interesting to me is what's going on right now in the major news. Just earlier this week, Lester Holt from NBC News, he's talking to Avi Loeb, and now he's part of the Pentagon, and they're insinuating that there's a mothership in our solar system heading this way. What kind of propaganda is this?
That's interesting. The fact that they would come out and put that out and release it on mainstream news was kind of shocking, because I accidentally scrolled across it on my feed on Twitter, and I said, Fox News, Pentagon mothership, sending out drones or something. I'm like, what in the world? So again, could it be that there is one? I believe there are giant motherships out there. The fact that they would begin to release it through the mainstream makes me also want to question, is it truthfully one, or is this going to be labeled as a threat? If they go with the threat angle, then I tend to believe that it's actually not real. If they go with the non-threat angle, then I tend to want to believe it's real.
A lot packed in those first 6.5 minutes of that interview. You can watch the remaining 16 minutes on Third Phase of Moon. I will put the link in the show description immediately following the show. And, love them or hate them. I can say that, and you can say that with every single person in this field. Love them or hate them. Because we're all imperfect. We all think we know, but we probably don't. But there are breadcrumbs that lead to certain things that you get answers from, but they always turn out to be a dead end, right? You never follow up once you get to okay, I want to hear what this whistleblower has to say. They tell you everything you wanted to hear. So where do you go from there? Okay, they told me where it is, what it looks like. So now what? Okay, the story's out. And that's it. That's ufology. We're hurrying up for nothing. But one day there will be the one answer that, look at me, I want you to believe me. Jeremy Corbell's coming on to me right now as a spiritual entity, telling me to beg that you believe me. Frickin' Jesus hands. The government is scared. But people need to be, they have to want to go the distance, which was something that was brought up in the movie. They got to go the distance. And then once those people rise up, because that's how disclosure is going to have to happen. If you want disclosure, it would be a Herculean effort to have it, because you would have, Greer had it all in 2001. 400 government employees and officials and whatever came forward for the disclosure project. And then 9/11 happened and nobody talked about it again. Convenient? There's a little backstory to that you might actually, that I heard. I'm not going to repeat it because it's not the right time anyway. But when Greer made that, had that all those people up on stage with him for the Disclosure Project, there were some circumstances that almost put him in a position to have that Disclosure Project event at NCR, whatever it was, happen that day, and then 9/11 happens right after it. It's almost as if they planned it that way so nobody would remember Steven Greer's Disclosure Project at the whatever, NPR, NCR, whatever the hell it was. Disclosure Project. I don't know. I think it's awfully weird. I do. Dr. Strangelove syndrome. And it's a real thing. Atlantis is found. Deep lane, deep lane. Tattoo? Is that you? Tattoo. I love that. Hey, boss. Look, there's the plane. Hey, don't do that. That's racist. That's Cuban. You can't do that. Hey, I'll grab my ice hat. I am going to grab my new ice hat. Thank you, Atlantis is found, for the $5 super duper chat. Help supporting the show and the stream that gives you truthology for ufology. That's GUFON. Thank you, Atlantis is found. Mucho gusto, generoso. A continuing supporter of GUFON. The red herring. David Wilcox with a Canadian $11 says Area 51 is a red herring. Of course it is. Yeah. You guys know what a red herring is, right? It is a dried smoked, a clue or piece of information that is or is intended to be misleading or distracting. That's a red herring. So let's say there was the Phoenix Lights sighting, right? And then apparently there's this video evidence that just appeared showing the Phoenix Lights, but it really wasn't. It was flares. There's your red herring. Capiche? Same thing, right? Isn't it? It isn't? I thought it was. It is. It's misleading information that is sliced up to be deemed real. AKA Richard Doty, AKA Doty Fody. Doty Fody. Thank you very much. A continuing supporter of GUFON, Mr. Wilcox. Thank you. I'm checking. Jesus. Frickin' Bank of America. Leave me alone. Whoa. Oh. That can't be right. Sorry, I just saw my electric bill. All right. So the movie came out a couple of days ago on the 14th, a week ago. I want to play this new updated trailer. Check it out. In 3. I hope you can hear it. Let me know, because I was having issues earlier.
Do you expect to be able to...
When everything else fails, and they got nothing else, they're going to have to go to fake alien invasion.
Hey!
It's a mind-blowing situation. For the public, it's like, oh, a conspiracy theory, it's entertaining. But if you're actually in a responsible position and you find out that there's a whole secret government program
it's working.
that you don't know about, it's a shock.
Shocker.
This report comes from a shadowy Pentagon department that was shut down in 2012.
The disclosure movement has been hijacked by people parroting the narrative and the script being written by these black projects. I would say 90+% of everything that's going to come out is false.
There's going to be no more of these near misses.
The most widely seen UFO right now is not alien, it's actually ours.
It's a great cover story for all kinds of criminal activities. Blame it on the aliens, right?
If we are being visited by interdimensional beings, we should know about it.
This has the big disadvantage of the truth being much more unbelievable than the fiction.
It's the crash retrievals that are the Rosetta Stone for solving the UFO cover-up.
This is Operation Failsafe.
The implications of this is the difference between extinction level civilization versus one that's going to take off to the stars.
Oh, what the hell?
How close are we to going to the stars? How close do you think we really are? I don't know. You know, that one guy who worked at NASA 10 years ago, there's that famous or infamous clip of him saying, we have the technology to take ET home. Oh, if it's right here in Florida, you don't have to go that far. So what does he mean by that, being all surreptitious about where? I want to know where ET lives. You can't say something like that unless you know where ET lives. NASA. So, with that being said, having to go to distance to get disclosure and rise up against the government and everything else that can take us down within one pen stroke, or even if legally, how much would ever make it to the public anyway? Right? Nothing. Okay. The only way everybody can rise up and do the disclosure thing and 100 whistleblowers get back up and do it, you can't hide that from mainstream media. You could only do it on the internet. And you know what? As soon as it goes up, it's going to be taken down. As soon as it goes up, it's going to be taken down. And then they're going to find out who the people are that posted it. And then they're going to harass them and all the others that are in those videos. You can't win. But we have to try. Right? Don't we? Do we? Should we? What if it's for nothing? What if there are no aliens? What if there are no aliens? Fine. Is it just technology? I want that too. I want that. You want that. We really want, we care about the aliens if they're out there, but we really want the toys. We want to fly with no effort. We want to be invisible with no effort. We want to deflect bullets with our forearms, right? Isn't that what you want? That's what I want. Free energy. Save the planet. One way or the other. Free energy. It's cool. Sounds fun. It's free. It's for me. Shane Reed, everybody, with a $2 super dono. And for those who don't know, a super dono is a donation with no sticker, no comment. It's pure love. Can't see the hearts, but they're there. Love you too, Shane. And again, Shane Reed, everybody, with another $2 super dono. A dono is a super chat without a super chat or emoji sticker. It's just pure love. Can't see the hearts, but they're there. Pure love. Mucho gusto, generoso, Shane Reed, so. A continuing supporter of GUFON and a good friend of the show. Oh, yeah, but I wasn't supposed to say that anymore. Back to work. So, the movie's just, I'm in. I'm loving it. I'm telling you, those first 15, 20 minutes, you're going to be like, this is amazing. It's an hour and almost an hour and 50 minutes. It flies by. But a lot of people get on Greer for not naming names. Hey, guess what? He named a name in this one. Congressman Christopher Cox. After Greer had, what does he say? He gives people all the debriefed this guy on the information he had about UFOs and all this other stuff. Christopher Cox was threatened, and his family's lives were threatened after Greer talked to him about black budget contractors and shit that have, you know, this technology that the government's scared of them having, and they have it. Well, they told this Christopher Cox congressman, hey, two guys, I guess, came up to him and said, do not make any inquiries or else. Greer named a name. You should be happy. Look him up. Now, Greer also goes on to say Christopher Cox didn't tell him himself But that's what he heard, and that's why Christopher Cox was distancing himself and didn't reply anymore to Greer's conversations. What happened? He was wondering. Well, two guys they talked to him, said, you can't do this for Greer. We're going to kill you and your family. And then that's what happened. And Greer's like, oh, that's what happened? Okay, I understand. Didn't that, you know what I mean? Like, if it was me and let's say I was Greer and you were my friend and I found out that your life was threatened, I would call you up and say, what the fuck is going on? What do you mean you didn't tell me your life was threatened? I need to know this shit. Well, I was really scared. I'm like, so, my God, man. Aren't you worried about my life too? You couldn't tell me this? I had to find out from somebody else? See, this is why people get on Greer. Because there's a lot of holes that appear after you make a claim and use someone's name. Now, I give him credit for using the name. It's a true story, most likely. But I understand the frustration you have with Greer, too. So don't think I don't. But he did use a name, and the story is true. But, Greer says his home was broken into. Now, the funny thing about this, I think he's lying. I do. This is the one part of the movie I think he lies. It's just his body language. And then he says, they didn't take anything. They just moved stuff around to let me know they could get in anytime they wanted. That's what they did to Bob Lazar. Bob Lazar said the same thing. I thought my life was threatened. I came out of the gym. My car doors were wide open. The trunk and the hood were open. My Uzi was laying on the seat, and my license and money were sitting on the console. Nobody robbed me. They were just letting me know. It's a familiar story. You see, it's why I call bullshit. I don't like it. I think it stinks. Because that's the story I would use if I wanted to get people on my side to make me believe I was being invaded by the police or whoever. That's what you say. Well, did they steal anything? Here's the lie. No. There a police report? No. Why? They didn't steal anything. Somebody breaks into your car, you don't make a police report. Somebody breaks into your home, you don't make a police report? Just saying. I'm not sure if there's a police report with Greer. But I think Bob Lazar, there was a police report, right? He had to do that. But it's horse shit. Or is it? See, I don't know. That's where it ends. This is the problem we have. Everything ends in ufology. There's no, now we've gone this far. Let's find out who it was. Oh, you can't. Forget it. So I call bullshit on that story. Yeah, I'm sure Greer thought somebody broke in one day. They didn't take anything. They didn't take the $2,000 sitting in the envelope on the counter. They didn't take it. And they left my collectible vinyl records just sitting there. Thousands of dollars. Nobody took a thing. Oh, they were just threatening. They were just showing you that they could break in anytime. Like you didn't know that already. Oh, but these tactics are very well used. And Anyway, NASA joined the search. They go over the NASA. Listen to what I'm telling you. All this stuff has already happened in the first 30 minutes. NASA joins the search. Remember that? Remember that day? Oh, the Lord. Thank you so much. Goodall calls NASA nassholes, I think, right? No, he didn't. But he says, where have they been? NASA has no credibility, he says. None? I can't believe Goodall just said NASA has no credibility. In a documentary. People are pissed. People are feeling the same passion that I feel for wanting the truth. And it's in this movie. D'Souza kills it. He does. Whatever I believe or don't. You know, I backtrack on some of the things I've said about D'Souza, you know, not knowing what he's talking about. I said that once, and I was just saying it out of stupidity. I didn't even mean it when I said it. Because in this movie, he kills it. And he always does. He calls out the lies, the liars. He shows explains how uninformed our Congress is. Do you remember watching the Congress at those hearings? Well, according to D'Souza, he says everything that they've worked for has now come to a stop. The momentum is done. Up until the balloon thing, ufology had nothing. We were just scraping by to talk about this subject. And then Corbell drops, you know, the bullshittery. But nonetheless, the momentum died. And I even said that. I said that for, you know, ever since they got that office, the Arrow office, we don't even talk that much in mainstream media about UFOs until the balloon thing happened. Since then, it's been a little ramped up, but he's calling out, D'Souza is, that there's no clue, nothing showing aliens. This is aliens. He says everything looks like it's man-made. It's a lie. He kept saying it. They're just liars. Tim Burchett got in on it. He was in the documentary as well. I forgot. But I'm a little upset. He's flip-flopping. Tim Burchett. In the documentary, he says, because Blake asks him in one of the interviews they did together, do you think we're going to have any more congressional hearings? Probably not. And now he's campaigning with Jeremy Corbell. Hey, we got to get these congressional hearings going again. You know? We got to get them going. They're going to happen. Sure. He thinks they're going to happen now. Well, are they? But you know what it is? You know what that shows you and me? How confusing this topic is. How difficult it is to know what the truth is. Even though mainstream media is giving you the bullshit, even what they're saying, you can't figure it out. It's designed this way. Everything is designed this way for the UFO bullshittery. But the movie plays and shows explicit details on this. And it's amazing. Scott Bray, remember, he was the guy that was running that congressional hearing. He looked like an idiot. That guy was left out there to dry. They really hung him out there. I do. I feel bad for Scott Bray. And the others who were out there with no information. Now, you could say it's their fault because they had all this time to prepare. And there's just too much information. But what they showed us is something I could have come up with in 30 minutes. They didn't work hard for that congressional hearing. Everybody, and Schratt really lays into them on how this was the biggest, dumbest thing. The congressional hearings were nothing but a waste of everybody's time. He called it a throwaway. They're just wasting our time. It was a throwaway hearing. They just had the hearing to have it, just to shut people up, basically. So they go over that. I'm telling you, this documentary has all the details of what we've been talking about the last year. And that's why at UFO Endgame is probably one of the better documentaries you'll ever see. It really lays in thick. This is only the first part of the movie. I mean, I couldn't go over everything in this 2 hours. I could, but I want you to watch it too. And Schratt was unreal. He wants third-party individual sourcing to verify UFOs. Can't have the government doing it. That's the police policing the police. It's you're not going to get anywhere. So you need a third party. But how do you do that? They're already petrified, the government, of the black budget programs having better technology than the actual government themselves. Do you think they want to give them more information on that? They have no choice. If you want to keep things secret and you don't want to look like a tyrant hiding shit from the public, you need to go to a private entity. They have no choice. The government is also in a catch-22. They're damned if they do and damned if they don't. And they're taking the risk. They're risking it all on black budget programs and the threat of death. What a great freaking life. I don't know, man. It's a risky, it's risky. Ufology sucks because it really is about nothing except money. It's all about money. It's all about funding. It's all about the military. It's all about technology. So what is it all about? Money. Money. Always is, always will be. Oh, well, I'm going to backtrack myself. We do want the technology because with that technology comes power. And you want to be the powerful. Sadly, that's the world we're living in at this moment. In a perfect world, all of this would be shared with all the governments. But then what you do is you run the risk of a dictator who wants to rule the world. And we still have that human element. Remember Hitler? Yeah. I do. Yeah. Hey, I'm watching the Biden administration do it now. Just from the inside out. My opinion. Goodall. I mean, these guys just laid in to the government. Just laid in this documentary. When I watched it, them making it, several months have gone by. So I'm watching it as if it's like the first time again. And I couldn't believe some of the things that Goodall was saying, Schratt was saying. Usually these guys are docile and all for positivity. But in this documentary, the ugly comes out of everybody. I'm not saying the grotesque. I'm saying you see some vigor and some anger and a lot of questions. According to these guys, and it's true, I think they're right, Goodall and everybody else, we have to risk prosecution for the truth. It has to happen. Hold on. This is usually important. Oh, a Cash App. From Rachel Ann. $4. Says, I'm the best ever. You can't top me. I'd like to top you. I'd like to, yeah. Send me a fake picture. Thank you, though, for the $4 the $4 Cash App. Rachel Ann, who says she wants to be pregnant with my child as well and get married. And I don't even know her. It's sad. It's a sad relationship we're having. I feel like it's one-sided almost, and that's not fair to you. Yeah, tell me, you want to meet? You want to meet somewhere? Yeah, right. Can you imagine? Hi, you're Rachel? You're Rachel Ann. You are. What is that? Oh, is that a gun? Holy crap. I got killed. Atlantis is found. The plane I sent. Yeah, I'm doing another type of show right now. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that now. But I know it's there. Tomorrow's another day. But thank you very much. Yeah. Mucho gusto generoso, Atlantis is found. I know. I appreciate it. It's just Yeah, I got plans to do other things. And I can't just stop the show and go to the email when I have a whole 2 hours planned. But tomorrow, yeah, I didn't know I was going to do this show till last night, after last night's show, because I was going to do viewer submission stuff and show people what I've been getting the last 2 weeks. So that'll be tomorrow. Yeah, I'm sorry, Atlantis, but tomorrow, buddy. You may have to remind me, though. Seriously, I'm not joking. I won't forget. Thank you, Dorothy. Dorothy with another $2 super dono. For those who don't know, a dono is where they send a super chat with no comment and no sticker. There's a heart in there. It's pure love that goes through the internet right to me. Thank you, Dorothy. Continuing supporter of GUFON. And grazie. Yeah, you know why I did? You know why I answered your email in the middle of the show? Because I was playing a 6-minute video at the time. I had a minute. And I saw it. And I said, yeah, we should do a documentary about me. I want to do a documentary about me, but I was told, maybe you shouldn't. I have some great ideas for a documentary about my life in this field. I know people will like it. I know you would. We'll talk. See, I'm unpredictable. I will answer people in the middle of a show, during a video, and other times I won't. It just, you never know with me. I'm really, I fly by my own pants. I don't know what I'm saying right now. Crazy Chick 1152, $5 super sticker. Hey, thank you very much, by the way. I believe that is your first one. And that is a Haya, the big-haired lady in the clouds, who's God, by the way. Crazy Chick throwing down the godlike Haya. Oh yeah, God is a woman, fellas. And don't you forget it. Oh, 100%. 100%. Why do you think they call her Mother Nature? Thank you, Crazy Chick 1152. And I believe that was your first one to the show. And you know what? We usually do this. I haven't done it in a minute because I want to make new videos, but thank you, Crazy Chick 1152, for the super chat of, how much was it? $5! Mucho gusto, generoso. Alien bless. All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Are we okay now? I hope I didn't make anybody mad. Yeah, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I know I came off that way. I'm just pumped up, man. I've had some ghost in me, and I got my mind set on stuff, and I'm just being a little direct. That's all I'm being. I'm not being a jerk. I swear to God, I'm not. Anyway, Goodall, they even get into a little bit of NORAD. Saying Goodall said NORAD is lying. Because NORAD said we never saw a UFO. How do they know, Goodall says? How do they know? How do they know what a UFO looks like? How could they say that? It's a UFO or not. And they're all not? Yeah, he really laid into them. It was amazing. We got more to go. I know. I told you I did some work. This is how you do a show right here. Oh, the last half of this documentary, it'll blow your balls right off. It'll blow your eyeballs out of your head. Careful. I'm serious. I'm not joking. You'll hear. I'll go. Greer does not particularly seem to like Gary P. Nolan. as he calls him and the others that are affiliated with all of that, government lackeys. Love it. Letting them have it. It's one of them government lackeys. Oh, yeah. Greer was saying, watch out for Gary Nolan. More than one way he was saying it. Watch out for the false narrative that Gary Nolan is giving. Here's why. Who do you think brought Gary Nolan into ufology? Greer. Don't you think Greer would know? Greer says, Gary Nolan, real smart guy, maybe genius level, right? Came up with that thing that could tell what a brain injury is caused from or something like that, right? He came up with that scanning technique, and now they're using it to see how pilots and whatnot and other people who experience UFOs at a close distance, how their brain reacts to the UFO field. So Greer poses the question, how does Gary P. Nolan know who these people are if all he's doing is getting their x-rays? How does he know that they were near a UFO? Is this the information he was given? How does he know? So Gary Nolan is going out on mainstream media talking about how the government is giving him x-rays of pilots and humans that were near alien spaceships or UFOs having something happen to their brain. You really believe the government's going to let Gary Nolan go live on national radio and TV and all that? National. Whatever. You know what I mean? They, according to Greer now, this is Greer, don't know if it's facts, but in this freaking movie, Greer says it's because they're using covert human subjects. They don't even know they're being tested on. And Greer says Jacques Vallée showed an article for psychological warfare value. That's what it was called back in the day. They've been dealing with this narrative for 59, 69 years. Do you think by now we would have answers? Sure, why not? Where are we? Are we at the precipice of FFAI? Are we at the precipice of change? Are we going to metamorphosize, if that it transform biologically if we're near aliens or their ships? 70 years of planning this shit, and we don't have any answers, just more questions. How frustrated do you think Greer is? As frustrated as one could possibly be, they would want to quit all this. That's where he's at. Nick Pope, Eleganzo, George Knapp, Corbell, Ziegfugel, even he, Taylor, Chris Tucker, Jackie Chan, they're all involved. They get into my favorite, Jeremy Corbell, Lou Elizondo, and the others. God, I love talking about them. I can't get enough. In the movie, they talk about the Felon Five. Remember the Felon Five? Well, before I get to that, let's not forget, Jeremy Corbell, about 8 months ago, said, for the first time that I ever heard him, that we're shooting at UFOs in war-torn regions because we have ground troops in the vicinity And anytime a UFO got in the area, we shot it down because we're protecting our troops on the ground. But nobody's ever heard of this before. Well, in the documentary, Tim Burchett was asked about it. He said, bullshit. That's a lie. Never happened. You think he would know? You think Corbell would know? You think Corbell would know before Burchett? Or do you think Burchett would know before Corbell? Here's my answer. I don't think either one of them frickin' know. Because nobody knows. That's why. It's all lies until it isn't. I don't know any proof of that. I don't know of any report. There's one or two, right? They're out there. I have an article I'm going to read here in a minute. Not now, in a few minutes. About UFOs being shot down in Canada or something like that. Anyway, the movie really ramps up, like I said, the last part of it. They get into the mainstream media, the entertainment value that we get out of this. And D'Souza actually says the false flag alien invasion is coming. And the reason is, and D'Souza goes over this, he says the government has got to keep the story going. We are not impressed anymore with videos and pictures. And to keep this alive and going, he says there's going to be the beginning stages of a false flag alien invasion. And he said that, 8 months ago or so. And according to him, that would have been within 6 to 9 months. So can I just say something really interesting? Do you think we were close when the balloons came around in February to that false flag alien invasion? Was that the false flag alien invasion? It doesn't have to be crash, bang, boom, blowing up buildings. It could just be something as subtle as balloons. And then we're calling them alien. And the media goes with it. Could that be it? Just a play on words? The red herring? Anything's possible, right? It's all brought up in the movie. They go over all this stuff. It's amazing to me. Greer says the media, which we all know, they have no depth of research when it comes to this topic. They just get titles, headlines. We know more. We know more than the media. We know this. They go over it. So I thought of something during this movie. I thought about how many people claim they were abducted over their lives. How many stories are there? At least 1 million? Would you agree at least 10 million people have been abducted over the course of your life? Do you think, let's say it's 1 million. That's how many people a year? 20,000 people a year for 50 years. Right? Isn't that 1 million? 500,000? Well, whatever it is. 50,000 a year. Whatever it takes to get to 1 million over a 50-year term. Yeah, 20,000 people a year. 200,000 maybe? No, 20. I'm right. I was right. So imagine 20,000 people a year go missing. Some come back, some don't. If you found out that was the government doing it and there are no aliens, how upset do you think the world would be? Taking people, because that's what's happening. In the movie, they go over this. They talk about how these have been plans for the last 70 years. And there was one place, because I said, maybe we treat abductions like a pandemic. Can you imagine 20,000 people a year? That's a stadium. That's Madison Square Garden filled up and burned down every night, killing all the people that came there every night. Not every night, but you know what I mean. It's like a pandemic. I'm thinking the government, there's no way they're going to let us know that either they're doing it or they're allowing the aliens to do it, or we're working with the aliens. And I believe if there are aliens, we're working alongside them. There's no question in my mind. Because that's the human ego. We can't trust anybody or anything or even an alien. We want to be right alongside them, watching them do that work. I don't know. Maybe it's true. Maybe it isn't. But Goodall thinks it's wrong to hide alien contact from the public. I think he's wrong for saying that. I honestly believe we have to hide it. We can't imagine what it would be like if that was real, right? I can't even imagine. I try to imagine what it's like the day they come out and say, you know, hey, intelligent life's here. We've been working with them. They take some people every now and then. If you ever heard that, you would immediately go to somebody in your family that was abducted and say, holy shit, they took Uncle Jake. I told you he didn't go missing on purpose. They took him. You frickin' took him. And all these people had people taken from them that we can't find. Maybe area 411. What is that? All those people that go missing in the parks and all that stuff. Missing 411. All those people who had people missing all over the parks and all over the world would say, I told you it was Bigfoot. It would open up a can of worms that you can't close. Wait. Whatever. Sardines. It's a very bad thing. Once you open up that box, you can't close it. You just can't. Alien girl's here. Hey, alien girl, how you doing? There you are. Hey, Jim Bud Royale, keep it topical, will you? Got women here. Don't be talking about porn. Unless you're talking about my movie. Lisa B, let's plan a CE5, all of us at once. Okay. I was going to do that about 2.5, 3 years ago. I bought the book, the CE5 handbook. We were all going to do it. And I said no. All right, let's think about that. I'm for it. I want to do that. You know what I want to do? I want to do it with other channels at the same time. Did you know now there's a way that on StreamYard, like Amy can stream my show on her channel at the same time from here? I don't know how it works, but it's a new feature. I'll look into that and see if we can do the CE5 thing now. I'm down, Lisa. I'm ready for that. And thank you for the $5 super chat. Good idea. And continuing supporter. All right. So towards the last 15 minutes of this movie, they get into like I was saying a few minutes ago, one of my favorite topics, the Felon 5, Elizondo, Corbell, and all that stuff. And I have this up here I want to show you. It's a still from the movie. And I can show you this. So this is the leaked, I don't know if everybody remembers when Elizondo was caught talking shit about Third Phase of Moon, Greer, and he was talking to Asshole Face about it on UCR, the other Lou, Asshole Lips. And then here it is. It says, thank you, Hermano. Truly, honestly, I'm tired of all the BS with the Felon 5. Green Street, Greer, Greenwald, Third Phase, and all the other bullshit artists. It's very sad that this important topic has been relegated to fringe by all these hucksters and mentally unstable individuals. It's an absolute crime to humanity that they have been allowed to pilfer the pockets of people. I love that. Pilfer the pockets of people who had sacrificed so much Oh, I guess I am a bit jaded these days. I take on people in our lifeboat only to catch them drilling holes in the hull and then hiding their hand. Since my dad and I was on your show, they even attacked him, I did, for being part of the Bay of Pigs. That was me who said that in the chat room. That was me. Maybe my grandfather was right. They don't deserve our efforts. Sad face. Okay, done bitching. Need good mojito. Feel better. Mojito. What a baby. Big bad baby Louie. Big bad baby Louie. Couldn't take people talking bad about him. Big bad baby Louie. Oh, Louie in his lifeboat. Taking people in the lifeboat. So there's a new channel that popped up on my feed today. And I enjoyed it thoroughly. And I'm going to tell you about it. It is a guy who is military, ex-military, who is in law enforcement for the last 12 years. Seems to be around 45-ish years old. Looks like he's in shape. Started a new channel and is talking a very serious game about Lou Elizondo and how fraudulent he is and all the others. And today he was just going off and I happened to catch this guy and I enjoyed it. Let me see. I think this is it. I'm not going to play it, but he's got 4 more subscribers today. I was one of them. It is Manakel 2016. And I'll show you the channel. Support this guy because why not? Why not? He's saying what I believe in. And if I'm wrong, then that's me again. What can I do? That's the guy. I don't know if you guys know who he is. But it says Lou Elizondo, Sean Cahill, and the UFO community from a veteran's perspective. And I gave the guy a nice comment here. Looks like he gave me a thumbs up. I don't see any reply, but he says, "Amen, brother. I'm a retired naval officer. Never saw or discussed UAP in 21 years. I know what counterintelligence and master at arms do. And Elizondo and Cahill stories are fantasy." It was CBR favorite. Wait, hold on. I don't know what that means. It was CDR Fravor Underwood and OSCS Kevin Day that made me constitute the subject because they are all the best at what they do. Unfortunately, 95% of the rest of the military witnesses are easy to call bullshit on. Wow. Wow. See? That's him. Good guy.
But people like that.
Let's take a listen.
But we have the inside, goods. And we're telling you we have NHI aircraft in the government's possession, and we have recovered materials, but we can't tell you about it. But we've seen videos. We have these videos we've seen.
He's saying how Lou's always talking, we've seen these videos, the 27-minute video. We've got all this stuff, but we can't show you.
That totally demonstrate, that this is NHI. There's no doubt about it, but you can't see the videos, and somehow those videos aren't made available to the public, and, it all depends on hearsay. From the moment I read that quote, I knew I fucking hated Lou Elizondo because I know what he does. I know what counter intel does. I know what they don't do, more important.
Go check it out. I'll put the link in the chat room now. That's how much I care about people sharing what I believe. So I put the link in the show. I'll put the link in the description to that guy's channel. Let's give him 100 give him 100 subs. Get him to 1,000. He's going to be one of the good guys. I pray to God. Pray to God. I'm not just being blind here, because I did listen to every word he said today for 28 minutes and 47 seconds. And he got my attention, and I believe him. Not because I want to, but he seems like a legitimate guy. So that is Manakel, Manakel 2016. Anyway, like I said, I'll put the link to that in the show description. You know what? I wasn't being a dick. And I'm not going to listen to it. Just stop, will you? Please. Atlantis is found. Just get over it. I wasn't being a dick. You know why I said what I said? Because every show, you're always asking me to go look at this and go look at that. And I say the same thing every show. I'm doing the show. And when I get the email, I'll reply. I didn't look at it yet. I'm still sick. I'm sorry. I'm putting all my energy into my show tonight. And then I'm going to go back and lay down and sweat it out because I'm having a downer of a day. So excuse me if, I can't. You know what? I didn't do anything wrong. Every show you're asking me to do this and do that, and I always do. And I always do. So the one time I say I don't want to, I'm the asshole. Oh, I'm so now we're going to get, this is what you get when you donate to GUFON. Now he's going to use that against me. I donate to the guy and that's how he treats me? I didn't treat you bad. I said I was sorry if I came off wrong, and you're still going off about it. Fuck me. That's it. I'm going to go. Hope you guys have a good night. Thank you very much for watching. And I will reply to whatever emails I feel fit now. So, sorry. That's just the way it's going to be. You know, I sit here. I come here even when I'm sick. And no matter how nice I am, it's still not good enough. And I'm not going to be passive aggressive with you. Okay? Don't talk shit about me on my own fucking show. I said I'm sorry if I came off wrong, even though I didn't have to. And you're still going on about it. End it. Grow a fucking pair. Jesus Christ. It's not about you. And you also fucked me twice. You said you were going to come on here and do your Atlantis shit, and you didn't. And you backed out twice. So you think I'm real eager to go fucking look at shit? Fuck me. It's all I am is nice. I'm not fucking taking this shit anymore. I'm tired of it. You know, I'm nice to everybody. I'm not a dick to people that feed me. You think I'm just going to be a dick to people that feed me? No, I just don't need to fucking be abused on my own fucking chat room. Fuck off. Tired of it. Fucking turn that shit on me, you fucking passive-aggressive cunt. Fuck you. So sick of it. I am. I'm sick of it. You know, you guys have seen this over the fucking years. How many times this has happened to me. No matter how nice I am, they always want to fucking bite back. Eventually. Fuck. And I put him in timeout, and if he's going off, block him. I'm not fucking dealing with it. One fucking word that's negative. Just say it, and that's it. I don't care. No, man. No, I'm not sorry. I'm not going to apologize. I'm tired of it. How much nicer could I have been? I wasn't rude. Don't bring your wokeness into this fucking show. Don't bring it here. Because if you're close to my age, you got balls. Right? If you're within 10 years of my age, I know you have balls. Okay? And I know you're within my range. What happened? Am I wrong? Did I read something that wasn't for me? Because that would suck. Because it seemed like it was about me. Monkey Man. $10. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, Monkey Man, I even knew that he was going to do that to me. I knew it, which is why I even said, I'm sorry, don't take it the wrong way. I wasn't being a dick. It's just, and I explained myself like, just in case. But because I brought it up, he used it against me. And that's what I don't like. If I didn't say anything, this would have never happened. But what he's trying to do is make me look bad because I brought it up. Because I apologized. Now he's trying to use that against me and say, oh, you treated me like shit. That's why you're... He didn't say it. I'm just saying that's what it reads as. Anyway. Look, I do everything I can to accommodate everybody. And God forbid I don't get back to some people within their allotted time that I should get back. And I've been fucking sick like you wouldn't believe. And I'll be damned if I'm going to be told, to hurry up and get back. You must read my emails. I know what I have to do. I know. I said it at the beginning of the show. Every show, I'm going to try to get back to everybody's emails as quick as I can. And I started to today, but I fell asleep. And I woke up sweating. And I haven't been feeling good since. So I didn't continue looking at TV. I didn't look at music. I didn't do anything. I just laid. I laid down, watched the movie for the second time, and got ready for the show with my notes. Thank you, Monkey Man. Appreciate that. I think I'm a nice guy. It's just, I don't like that when people turn that shit around. I know. You're still talking about it. And then what I don't like is, then they're going to say, I've donated 100 here, 50 there, they're going to say that. And this is the thanks I get. Don't go to GUFON. Don't do this. I mean, how long has he been coming here? And then not only screwed me once on a show, twice on doing the Atlanta show, and then wanted to do another show. And we talked about it during the show again. I let him talk me into it because I'm a nice guy. And during the show, I looked in the email, I do that because I like that people are motivated to want to show me stuff. And I don't mind doing it sometimes during the show if I could squeeze it in. I couldn't squeeze it in tonight. I didn't want to squeeze it in tonight. I didn't want to interrupt my flow of the show because somebody sent me an email of something I'm not going to like. You think I'm eager to go run to look at something that isn't going to be anything again? Sorry. I mean, you know what? Don't talk shit about me. You wanted to talk shit about me. Talk shit about me. email me and tell me how evil I am. But once you do it, because I brought it up, I opened up the door and he stepped right into it. It's so easy to figure out who people really are. And that's all it took. Now I know. Now I know. And I knew it was coming. I could feel it. Got to get to that email. Don't forget to check my email last night. Hey, did you check my email? Oh, I'll get back to it. I'm going to try probably tonight. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll let you know. I didn't get back to it. Hasn't even been 24 hours. Anyway, thank you, Jeanette Angel, for the 10 pound, 10 quid. Super dono. Pure love. Thank you. Just doesn't feel right. But thank you very much. It's just, I'm an emotional guy. I'm an emotional guy. Especially when I know that was all bullshit. That was all because I said, I'm sorry if you took it the wrong way. If I didn't say that, none of this would have happened. He used it against me. He used it against me, even though I wasn't a dick. Because I know I wasn't. I wasn't. But in case I was, because I know how some people are, it was just that easy. All right. Well, talking about it for 10 minutes ain't going to solve anything, is it? I just had to get that out, and I'm not going to be attacked like that. And the funny thing is, I usually don't see that stuff, right? My moderators will email me and say, hey, did you see this? Did you see that? I think we had trolls here. You didn't see this, did you? And I'm like, no, and no. But tonight, it just happened to be right next to a super chat. So when I saw that, I saw the mean comments about me being a dick. And I wasn't. Not even close. That's the funny thing. I wasn't even close to being a dick. At least give me, let me be a dick before you know what I mean? That was just wrong on his part. Very wrong. I honestly, I couldn't have been any nicer, to be honest. Look, if you're in my shoes and almost every show somebody says, hey, and they give you a super chat, so you want to thank them, right? But in the super chat, it says, hey, don't forget to check my emails, about that video I told you about. Okay, when I get to it, but I'm doing a show. Right? I should go back and play it to see how I really sounded. I wonder if I can. Yeah, let's do that. I want to see how I sounded. I want to do that right now. Thank you, Jeanette, for your support. You know what? I appreciate it. I'm back to myself now. Thank you. I'm going to go listen. Let's see how I really sounded. Maybe I was a dick. If I was a dick, I will apologize, of course. So let's go listen. Let's go. Come on. I want to see what I sounded like. No, this is important to me. This is important. It was around the beginning of the show, I thought, right? When was it? Right here? No, there was a super chat or something. What I'd agree. 55 now. I know for you. All right, let's see. I am going to find this. I want to know how I acted. No, I haven't. This is one of the rarest opportunities in life that I'll ever have. It's like that commercial. Let's rewind it and see if you did knock over the kitty litter, and then the guy goes, oh, I guess I did. Instant replay. That's what we're doing now. I want to see how much of a dick I was for that kind of attitude. Last 2 days, knock on kids, right? No, you do. A continuing supporter of GUFON. And hold on, just hold on, kids. Let's take a look here. Wait. You know, it's like went to make it, and the narrative of ufology. Oh, wait a minute. That was during, so I'm a little bit further up, right? It had to be during, because it was during the, so there was a super chat that came in, I think, from Atlantis is found. So let's get to that, because that's where it was. It wasn't in the beginning. No, I'm doing this now. I need to know how much of an asshole I really am. I may be a bigger dick than I think I am. And I don't want to be. Here we go. I don't want to be an asshole, but if I am, I'll apologize. And I would owe him a big apology if I was wrong. Tattoo? Is that you? Tattoo. So here we go. I love that. Hey, boss. Look, there's the plane. Hey, you know what? That's a good impression, actually. Hey, don't do that. That's racist. That's Cuban. You can't do that. Hey, I'll grab my ice hat. So deplane is a reminder to check the email. So already I'm being told what I need to do, which usually I let it go. And, you know, I know Atlantis is found just wants me to play the video. I get it. I understand. I want to play it too, but that's the first one. I am going to grab my new ice hat. Thank you, Atlantis is found, for the $5 super duper chat. I don't look that sick. Help supporting the show and the stream that gives you truthology for ufology. That's GUFON. Thank you, Atlantis is found. Mucho gusto, generoso. I got to tell you, I look healthy. I don't think I look that sick. A continuing supporter of GUFON. It's the lighting. I turned the lighting to a little more brown. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The red herring. David Wilcox. So now, apparently so now I need to go to the second email, or the second message is when I blew up. So nothing happened there, right? So nothing happened. And that was, let's see, at 1 hour and 5 minutes, give or take. So let's see how many minutes goes by. That's not it. It's Shane Reed gives 2, I think, right around that point. It's coming up, I think, right around here. Jesus, when was I a dick? I don't think I was. I remember saying something. It's got to be right here. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Is this it? Here we go. Yeah. See, I thought I did this in the beginning of the show. So this is 20 minutes later. 25 minutes later. Mucho gusto, generoso, Atlantis is found. I know. I appreciate it. It's just, yeah, I got plans to do other things. And I can't just stop the show and go to the email when I have a whole 2 hours planned. But tomorrow, okay, so far, I was nice. Tomorrow, yeah, I didn't know I was going to do this show till last night, after last night's show, because I was going to do, wow, let me tell you, I was a freaking gentleman. Viewer submission stuff and show people what I've been getting the last 2 weeks. So that'll be tomorrow. Yeah, I'm sorry, Atlantis, but tomorrow, buddy. Okay, how was I a dick right there? Tell me, how was I a dick, everybody? That plane is not about UFOs, which Richie's show is about. Right. I don't know what it's about, Josie. I don't know, because I haven't opened up the email, and I'm not now. But was I mean? How mean was I right there? Is there maybe I say more? You may have to remind me, though. See? Seriously, I'm not joking. I won't forget. Thank you, Dorothy. Dorothy with another $2 super dono. For those who don't know, a dono? Guys, where was I a dick? I was dickless. I was dickless. I was dickless. Yes, I accept that verbiage. For sure. Let me continue on. Maybe I turned into a dick and I didn't really notice because I'm a small dick. Is where they send a super chat with no comment and no sticker. There's a heart in there. It's pure love that goes through the internet right to me. Thank you, Dorothy. Continuing supporter of GUFON. And grazie. Yeah, you know why I did? You know why I answered your email in the middle of the show? Uh-oh, wait. I may still owe an apology, guys. Hold on. Because I was playing a 6-minute video at the time. I had a minute. And I saw it. And I said, yeah, we should do a documentary about me. I want to do a documentary about me, but I was told, maybe you shouldn't. I have some great ideas for a documentary about my life in this field. I know people will like it. I know you would. We'll talk. Guys, I was a gentleman. Why would he do that to me? Why? Why would he turn on me like that? I was nice, right? That makes me really sad. No, it does. You know why? I didn't fall for it, though, guys. I didn't get too friendly. I didn't, because I don't trust new people in my life. So I never got that friendly. Just, you know, this is unreal. I'm going to go back and show you how nice I was. I was not even close to mean. It's really bizarre behavior. I was so nice. Rachel Ann, who says she wants to be pregnant. It's just, yeah, I got plans to do other things. So Atlantis is found. I know. Here we go. Rachel, you're Rachel Ann. Let's listen one more time. What is that? Oh, is that a gun? Holy crap. I got killed. Atlantis is found. The plane I sent. Yeah, I'm doing another type of show right now. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that now. But I know it's there. You know, tomorrow's another day. But thank you very much. Yeah. Is that where I was a dick? That's the only place that I could have been a dick. And I wasn't. It makes me sad. It really does. I'm doing another type of show right now. I'm not doing that. I'm smiling. I'm not doing that now. But I know it's there. You know, tomorrow's another day. But thank you very much. Yeah. Mucho gusto generoso, Atlantis. How am I a liar? How am I a liar? How am I a liar? The proof's right there. How am I a liar? Everybody can go back and watch from the 48-minute mark, 49 or so, left in the show. Go back 50 minutes. I mean, here's what it looks like when you get there. I mean, I was as nice as I could be, Atlantis. I don't understand why you went off on me. Seriously. See, look at me. Look how nice I am. I got killed. Atlantis is found. I didn't unblock you. Plane I sent. No, I never blocked you. I never blocked you. Nobody blocked you. I put you in timeout. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? How he's trying to gaslight it? Why are you doing this? I put you in timeout to give you a reason to shut up for a minute because you're being very disrespectful to me. And I was way nice. Everybody saw. And I thought maybe I was wrong. So we went back and just watched it. And I didn't do anything disrespectful to you. I treated you like I do everybody else with respect on my show. I wouldn't bite the hand that feeds me anyway. I'm not stupid, but I am not going to be abused for no reason. If you had a reason, fine. I agree. Sometimes I can be a little off-putting, but I wasn't. And I proved it. And I think that's sad that you would take it to this level. I think it's sad. Now you're calling me a liar. See, guys, here's the proof. This is what they do. They try to turn it on you to make it seem like you're the one at fault. This is what I've been warning about. People like that. I never blocked you. I put you in timeout. Understand the difference. That's another thing. Not a lot of comprehension comes out when I speak to you. You don't get it the first time. Seems like everybody else gets it. But I was very, very fucking nice to you. You were disrespectful. Go watch the video. I don't care. I'm not going to block you. But if you want to say something that's disrespectful again, I have no problem washing my hands of you. And you can go warn the world just with everybody else how much of an asshole I am when they can come back here, look at the proof, and point it at you. You're the problem. I'm the answer. That's why you donated to me. That's why you liked me, right? You weren't faking all that, were you? Don't tell me you were lying just to get in, trying to get inside information behind the scenes, were you? No, because that wouldn't have happened. So don't act like you're some higher ground than I am. You're not. You're a liar. You're fake. And whether you're welcome here or not is up to you. I've done nothing wrong, and I am proud, and I make sure I try not to do anything wrong. I try hard to not do the wrong thing. Do you know I'm in the public eye all the time, every day? You know, I realize that, right? Right? So what's my goal? To not look stupid. Thank you for making me look smart. Thank you. And thank you for making me look like a nice guy, because that's what I am. Whether you like me or not, I'm a nice freaking guy. You know, don't ever trust people who say that, by the way. Except me. You can trust me. All right, that's it for tonight. What an ending. Thank you, Atlantis is found, for the energy and the excitement. I actually feel good enough to go work out. Not. I'm going to go sit back and watch some, I don't know, some MMA maybe. But I want to thank everybody for tonight. Go check out UFO Endgame to Disclosure. I'll put the links to everything I played in tonight's show as soon as I'm done here, so you can check out the links and watch the movie yourself. And, UFO Endgame to Disclosure is now #1 on Amazon Prime and on iTunes. I almost said YouTube's. So go check it out from the Cousins brothers, and I think you'll enjoy it. So we'll be back tomorrow night. I am going to probably do a show on viewer submissions. And tomorrow may be the day I finally get one of my videos out to you. That's the goal tomorrow. So I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow. Atlantis is found. Get some rest. I love you. I don't hate you, but I can't apologize for something I didn't do. But I hope we could find our way back to being friends again. Just as long as, you want to be nice. Rewatch what happened. I think you'll agree it wasn't me. That was the asshole. So, I don't know. Maybe I was. Didn't look like it. All right. So tomorrow we'll be back at 7 p.m. Thank you, everybody, for the moderators and super chatters. Mucho. Mwah, what a night tonight. Thank you for your support and being here. Unbelievable support. Oh, I got another PayPal from Mark. It's $11.69 on PayPal. Thank you. I see what you did with your name. All right, so you know who you are. I don't want to ruin it and say the wrong name. But thank you very much for the $11.69 on PayPal and everybody else who supported tonight. All the links are in the show description. If you want to join GUFON, the link is in the About section as well as the description of the show. We'll be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. right here on YouTube. Don't forget, we are... Truthology for ufology. That's it for tonight, guys. Have a great one. Alien bless.
There's a good thing. It's rotating. What was in the skies over Jerusalem, and why did it sound like one of the most treasured sites in Christianity? There's a UFO, descending over the